God is. God is what? God is whatever you need. He can be it. He can do it. He can perform it. He can defeat it. He can provide it. It really doesn't matter. The psalm encourages us to hope and trust in God. Last week we said that they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. The only way to do that is to hope and trust in God. Trust in what? Trust in his power. Trust in his providence. Trust in his presence. Even in the worst of times, we've got to learn to show the world that we serve a God who is able, amen, to get us through whatever situation we find ourselves in. David says, give him glory for what he has done, for what he will do. We are taught here to take comfort in God when things look bad, and to mention him, call on his name, praise him, give him praise in the midst of it all. Let the world know that whatever the enemy is, spiritual or worldly, we are more than conquerors through him. I think we're making a mistake today where Christians, the church, is somehow showing the world that the God that we said was powerful. The God that we said could handle any situation can't for some reason now. But the devil is a liar. I said the devil is a liar. Amen. That David says again, give him glory. Give him glory, he says. Amen. I think we are in a season of reckoning. If we believe that God is great, then we ought to let the world know that our God is great. Let the world know that whatever the enemy is, right? Whatever we're going through, that God is still great. And the next time the enemy gets in your face, tell him I declare Psalms 46. Then speak to yourself about your history with God. Sometimes we forget our history. Amen. 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 I don't think that we celebrate our victories enough. Amen. I don't think that we let the world know that some of us have been through some stuff. Some of us have had some really tough times, but God met us at the tough time. And somebody said, look at me now. To triumph in God and in our relationship with him, especially when we have a fresh experience of his power in our life. That's the time to shout, amen. God is my refuge and my strength, amen. I've seen him work. He has engaged in my situation in the presence of my enemies, and he has promised never to leave me nor forsake me. In times of trouble, we can run to him because he is our refuge, David says. In him we find safety because with him we are secure. Proverbs 18:10 tells us the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and are safe. Brothers and sisters, when you are oppressed by Mr. Trouble or you are grappling with issues that you are unsure of or you have no control over, listen, amen, shout to yourself, God is my refuge and my strength. He will bear me up under my burden. He'll fit you for all your services and your sufferings. He will, by his grace, put strength into you. Amen. And he will allow you to see him say God is. God is. Anybody in here in distress, tell the truth and shame the devil. Amen. Well, he is your helper. Somebody say helper. He can do all for you what you need him to do and more. There is nothing behind his ability. There is no burden too heavy for him. There's no problem that's too complex. There's no person or demon that's too strong for him. Nothing is out of his reach. How do I know? David says he is a present help. A help found right now. Amen. Can I get a witness? He's a tried help. Somebody called him a tri-stone. Or we could say of him that he is our help at hand. Amen. We never have to look for him because he said, I'll never leave you alone. So even if you feel like he ain't there, he's there. Always there, a present help in time. Somebody say he's a help sufficient. In other words, there is nothing too hard for the Lord. Whatever it is, he's a present help. And when you know that, amen, it will renew your spirit. It will renew your hope. It will renew your strength. I dare you to put it all in his hands and watch what God does. Now, amen, I'm the first to tell you, amen, that God ain't in a hurry, it seems, about nothing. But when he shows up, amen, sometimes he'll let the situation linger. Sometimes he'll let it just go on and on and on. And you be wondering, where is God? But when he shows up, hey, tell somebody to hang in there, he'll show up. The Bible says he gives power to the weak. And that ought to help you right there. That ought to help you right there. He gives power to the weak. So sometimes he has to wait for us to come out of our own stuff. Amen. He has to wait for us to stop relying on other people. He has to wait for us to stop relying on our own strength. Because he says, in my weakness. Go ahead. Tell somebody, don't worry if you're weak right now. Because when you're weak, he'll show up strong. Amen. He will enable us to triumph over the greatest dangers. He's our help. Amen. And God all sufficient for us. Therefore, y'all don't mind when I just talk about God today, do you? Amen. Amen. He says, we will not fear. Amen. We have no reason to fear. When you're on the Lord's side, you don't have to be afraid of the power of hell on earth. Let me put it another way. If God be for us. Hey, I wish I had somebody to believe that. If God be for us. Amen. Amen. It is our duty. It is our privilege to be fearless. And this is evidence of a lively faith in God and his providence and his promise. Can I share some of those promises with you? The Bible says he will keep you in perfect peace if you keep your mind stayed on him. That's a promise to you. Another promise is he will never leave nor forsake you. That is a promise to the saint. There's another promise that says the Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. Can I give you another promise? He says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened down, and I will give you rest. Can I give you another promise? For those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Amen. Can I give you another promise? I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. So if you don't think you have a future, God said, I got plans. Hallelujah. He's got plans for your life. Hallelujah. Man may have counted you out. Your parents may have counted you out. Your siblings may have counted you out. But God said, I got plans. And I know those plans. He draws a picture of just how threatening the danger can be in this 46th Psalm. He says, this is really what he's saying. He said, suppose the earth was to be removed. And suppose the sea had received the earth. And he says, even the mountains, the strongest and firmest parts of the earth, suppose it lied buried in the ocean. Suppose the sea was roaring and in a rage and making powerful noises, so much so that it began to assault the shores, and it was so violent that it shook the mountains. Get this picture. Then he says, though kingdoms and states are in confusion, even at war with each other, and governments be in continual revolution and combine against the church and the people of God, attempting to destroy us. He says, yet we will not and cannot fear, knowing that in the end we win. How many receive that in Jesus' name? He's saying all of the stuff that you can imagine coming up against you, we win. Because here it is. Only those who've laid up treasures on earth need to be afraid. If your heart is set upon the world, then there's a reason for you to be afraid. But, if you laid up treasures in heaven and your hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness, if your mind is stayed on the Lord, you have no reason to fear. No matter what the days look like on this side, there's a bright side somewhere. In fact, the psalmist said there's a river, the streams whereof shall make glad, even if the waters of the sea roar. Now you must understand the significance of this. The covenant of grace is the river. John 7:38 says, the comforts are the streams that make glad the city of God. God's words are the rivers and the streams with which makes us glad in the cloudy and dark days. God himself is our peace with his soft and silent whispers to counterbalance the most loud and boastful voices of the enemies. You see, God has assured his church, amen, of his presence and his concern. He has set up his tabernacle in the church, and now he's world. The church is built upon a rock, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against God's church. Stop living beneath your privilege. Live in the victory that God has given you. There is, amen, there is power in God's hands. There's power. He says, God will send help. That right early. That means there's going to come a time when you pray, and it will happen right away. You don't have to wait. What do you mean? Weeping. They endure for a night, but real joy comes in the morning. Try now, but the Bible says God's gonna wipe all tears from our eyes. Say yes, say yes, say yes. Say the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? The Lord, the Lord, the Lord. He's a present help. He's in your heart, in the midst of you, dwelling in you by his word and his spirit. Walk in your victory. Even if things feel like they're torn apart, walk in your victory. Walk with the attitude. Walk like you know. Walk. Walk upright. Pick your head up. Stop walking bent over. Stand up. We serve a mighty God. Get up. Get up. Tell the devil you're a liar. The God that I serve is able to do exceeding abundantly above. Stand up and walk. Walk like kings and queens. Walk like sons and daughters of the Most High God. Because your hope is built. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood. Holy door of the church is open. The 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 door of the church is open. Won't you come? My brother, my sister, won't you come? In the midst of the fire, in the midst of the storm, in the midst of your raging sea, in the midst of the shaking mountains in your life, in the midst of all the negative stuff going on in your mind, we say to you, the Lord is a resting place. He'll give you rest. He'll give you rest.